Good morning, everybody. It's a fiery Friday, and actually, it's a glorious blue sky with still a bit chilly up here, but there's a glorious sky blue, and it's got kind of wee wispy white clouds. So they could be the smoky clouds of the fire. Anyway, the fiery Friday follows on from Wise Wednesday, because wise people know when to ignite their inner flame, their passion and purpose for life. But before I go on, I remembered this morning, I'm up in Scotland, but it is St George's Day, so happy St George's Day. And in case I missed wait a minute, I think the Welsh, St David's Day, do we know when these are? Well, St David's Day is the 1st of March. And of course, Ireland, I think I did a wee something on the 17th of March. That's St Patrick's Day. And Scotland is St Andrews, and that's the 30th of November. So, happy everybody. And a huge shout out, please, to all the group who've been sending lots of loving vibes and positive thoughts. We've had really close friends of mine and someone's mum and dad, they've been taken to hospital with COVID. So really all the wonderful thoughts, they're helping, and they're slowly, at the moment, we're just waiting for the best news, but slowly they seem to be improving. So keep these positive vibes coming. Thanks very much. So for today, why am I talking about igniting your inner flame? Well, we've had so many challenging months, and it seems to still be continuing, and many are feeling overwhelmed. We're very tired, and although we're excited about getting out and about and out of lockdown and easing of restrictions, there's still so many things happening across the world, and we can be confused, worried, anxious, stressed. And of course, hearing of the death of someone. In fact, I was talking to a lovely chap who was saying, he got really emotional at the weekend, Prince Philip's funeral, and speaking to a lot of people, many people did. Now, whether you were a royalist or not, just even hearing the music or just thinking of someone passing away, it brings back your own emotions of people you have lost, loved ones you have lost. So, when that's happening, you can get overwhelmed with emotions and find yourselves crying. And that's actually okay. A feeling of sadness washes over you, and it's fine. Just let the tears flow. Sometimes you might feel as if there's a kind of dark shadow over your life, or a tightness in your chest. Something you just can't pinpoint, just that feeling. And it's a feeling of emotional and even physical exhaustion. This is not just stress, so you've got to be careful. It's not just stress. It can mean that you're reaching burnout. So it feels as if your inner flame is being blown out. So you need to be able to turn this around. You need to think everywhere you go, there are two types of people. There are people who are energy givers, and there are people who are energy takers. So you need to make changes to bring balance into your life. You need to refuel and ignite that inner flame. But maybe you don't know what to do. So what do you do? Well, here are some tips. The first one is to be self-aware. Remember I said that wise people who think wisely, and they're wise people, they are very self-aware. So you need to start listening to your body, listening to your mind, listening to your heart. You need to recognize when you're getting overstressed. So take a moment to think and ask yourself, even maybe write these things down. Do you suffer from headaches, or a stiff neck, or stiff shoulders, even stomach pain? And when do you experience these things? That's why I say have the diary ready, because if you've got a headache, try and think what caused that headache, what gave you the stiff neck, and make notes in your diary or your journal about when you get these, so that you can then keep getting these sales calls and things. Sorry about that. So start writing down in your diary or your journal about what situation causes your headache or your stiff neck or the stiff shoulders. because when you write these things down, you can reflect on them and look at them, and maybe there's a pattern, maybe a pattern emerges. So you're then identifying what's happening, and you then can make changes. For example, is someone, maybe you've got someone who's always taking advantage of you, and you always seem to be jumping to help them, or are you always trying to please them? These are the energy takers. Now, it might be okay, but if you get to the stage that these people are never giving, you've got to think there's an imbalance there. So you really need to think, what do I do about this? I need to make changes. So you need to be open to them. You need to be able to tell them how you feel. Look, I'm always doing things for you, but it's kind of a one-way system, this. Or if someone you don't need to see, maybe you don't need to see them very often, then perhaps you should stop meeting up. Maybe not as much or at all. So stop pleasing people. And that's difficult for people who love to do things for others. But ask yourself, every time you meet someone, are you always pleasing them or doing what they want? Then if you are, ask yourself, is it because you want to do that? Or are you doing it to please them? And would you rather not do it at all? So you can make up your own mind then. I mean, it's one of the reasons I find that I quite like, I've now got the telephone engineers coming. I've had my poor internet connection. It's like 0.0 upload, download, and 0.01 upload. So I'm desperate to get the internet fixed because it's impossible to do anything on the internet. So anyway, so go back to thinking about, are you always the people pleaser? So just stop doing that. And this fits with the next tip, which is surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. They boost you. People like that boost you. And of course, if you're positive and uplifting, then you'll draw these types of people to you. And what better can you ask for is positive people. Learn to say no to others. By doing this, you'll soon learn who respects you for saying no. Write a list in your diary or your journal of what is important to you in life and focus on these things. Very important. And remember to take care of yourself, because when you do, others will care more about you. Of course, it goes without saying that you need to nurture your body, eat healthily as healthily as you can. Give yourself a wee treat, but don't overdo it. When you eat healthily, it increases your energy. Exercise, of course. Now that seems contradictory. If you're exhausted, you think, the last thing I can do is exercise because you're tired. But actually being active is key to changing your mindset. So taking a walk in nature, I know this is repetitive, but it can change your mood to be positive. It gives you a different perspective on life. Exercise releases the feel-good brain chemicals. It increases the production of serotonin and reduces the bad chemicals. Now I think, just a minute, I'm going to just check. No, he's going straight to the open reach box. He doesn't need to come into the house, I think. So sorry about that. It's all go this morning, but I need to get the internet back up and running. So anyway, to talk about it, increases the production of serotonin, reduces the bad chemicals that attack the immune system, which worsens your mood. So why would you want that? So remember, you need to exercise and it changes your mindset. That's the physical exercise, the active exercise, but also, of course, your mind exercises. And, you need to be able to do them as well. And we'll come to that later. Routine is important. When you're exhausted and you're overwhelmed, wait, I'll give a wee wave there. Thank you very much for watching. The routine. When you're exhausted and overwhelmed, it helps if you've got a routine. So create a routine, plan your day, make enough time for everything, including eating, taking a break, relaxation. Now, I know I talked earlier, one of the live videos about it's great to have fun, be spontaneous, but when you're overwhelmed, it's better if you try and stick to a routine. So when you stick to your routine, it increases your self-esteem. And of course, that really helps you to just de-stress. So stick to that routine. Just make a simple one, nothing elaborate. Close down your electronic gadgets before you go to sleep. Now, doing this quietens your mind. During lockdown, I know, and I had Zoom calls with other companies and other people, but during lockdown, it almost seemed as if everyone who were working for particularly the larger companies were constantly answering emails. They had meetings every day, meetings constantly, early morning to late evening. I've had some people who are looking at their emails, answering their emails in the middle of the night. Now, really, I know it's difficult because you maybe can't challenge your company and say, look, this is ridiculous. But maybe there could be a team meeting and a manager explains that having all these meetings, in fact, if you've got lots of Zoom meetings, when do you actually do the work? When do you actually take action on the agenda? So it's important. I know that's easier said than done, but if you can, take control over what you can do. Take control and dedicate time for checking your emails, and preferably not in the middle of the night. I know that's difficult because we're global now, so if we've got different time zones, but try and take control over when you check things. Find your passion and purpose in life. Look at your inspiration board. I've talked about that often. Look at your inspiration board, your achievement board. What makes you feel alive? Remember your bucket list. We talked about that way back in March in some of my videos, and a lot of them. Have you still got that bucket list? So why not open the lid of your bucket? Remember with the bucket jar. So open the lid of that and take out the wee slip of paper or the notelet and look at what it says. And maybe just do it now. If you've got that, lift it. Do at least one thing every day that makes you happy. Now, I know you might have on your bucket list that you want to travel around the world, and we can't do that just now, and we probably don't have the money to do that. But we talked about the bucket list being something small, even eating a special meal, maybe you've got 2 or 3 people in the family. Someone likes fish, someone likes chicken, someone's vegan. So choose something, maybe one thing. So if you're involved in the bucket list, it doesn't have to be expensive, and preferably not at this time. Everybody's struggling. Most people are. So try and do one thing every day that makes you happy. And then, of course, I'm on to my ABC, effective breathing. Now, that's the B of my ABC. So I'm going to have to see excuse me, sorry. No, he's still staying at the box outside. Sorry about this, I don't usually get sidetracked like this. And especially when it's coming up to my ABC, my mindfulness meditation. Anyway, effective breathing. Yes, that's the B of my ABC. Now, I know you're used to this by now, very repetitive. And if you've been listening and watching to my regular live videos, and they're all on my YouTube channel, you can choose whatever one you want. You will know, and I can't emphasize enough, the benefits of effective breathing. The breathing from the lower diaphragm, not from the chest and the shoulders. And when you do effective breathing, it releases stress, anxiety and tension. It's absolutely wonderful. And I've got a Mind Bites meditation on my website, and you can buy these Mind Bites, and one of them shows you how to breathe effectively. Now, my ABC, in addition to the breathing, if you practice the ABC, A for affirmations, B the breathing, C for creative imagination, they're mindfulness techniques. If you practice these daily until they become your good habit, like a friend on your shoulder, then you'll find yourself more relaxed, less stressed. They're proven psychological techniques to improve your emotional, your psychological, your mental, and your physical well-being. And what more can you ask? And the mindfulness exercises, they reduce your heart rate and your blood pressure, and it eases breathing. And of course, I did talk about my breathing, particularly improving the immune system. And with the virus being around and still around, and we're hearing of different strains, we'll no doubt have everybody panicking again. And I'll be advising people to not constantly watch the news. It can just overwhelm you. But the breathing is really important because it increases the capacity of the lungs, and it, improves the immune system. So the mindfulness exercises, what they do is they release endorphins. These are the hormones that create that happy feeling, and they reduce pain. Now, there are many people in pain, and I've suffered, maybe not experienced the pain that other people suffer, but if you always have if you have experienced some kind of physical pain, do the mindfulness exercises. They really do help. These exercises keep you grounded. They stop you from overthinking. Now, remember, I did a live video recently on overthinking. So many of us overthink. What if, why, when your head's so full, almost as if it's going to burst. So a mindfulness exercise, like my ABC, just grounds you. It stops you from overthinking. It calms, relaxes, but also energizes you. And you can train through these, you train your thoughts, you can train your thoughts, turning them from negative into positive. Now, a final tip, and it was posted, I think Barbara, a good friend, posted, she's not on this morning, I don't think, she'll look at them later, but Barbara shared a post, and I thought this is quite good. Remember, none of us are perfect. Which reminds me of this post, and it was about the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery. Now, this art is called kintsugi. I hope I've got it right. But what they do is they emphasize the flaws and the imperfections of broken pottery by filling these cracks with gold. And that makes the pottery stronger and more beautiful. So be like the cracked pottery. Imagine your flaws and imperfections covered with gold. Everyone's different, everyone will be different, but that's what makes us unique, awesome, wonderful, beautiful, stronger human beings. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And for today, as always, I do my ABC. The A, what will we do? I think I ignite the flame in my inner flame. That could be your affirmation. It's got to be the 3 P's, your personal, positive, and present or past tense. So I ignite my inner flame. I am positive. Any of these things, make up your own. And of course, the B for breathing, take 2 minutes to do effective breathing, because when you do that, you can even say the words, breathe in through the nose, hold, and exhale through the mouth, slowly through the mouth. When you're saying the words, you can't do anything else. You're just focusing on your breathing. So the ABC also teaches you to think like a wise person. And that's what my talk was on Wednesday, on Wise Wednesday. So for today, I thought I would do the candle flame, because we're talking about igniting our inner flame. So if we do the mindfulness meditation, as always, feet firmly on the ground, back against the chair. Now this mindfulness meditation, my mind bites called candle flame, it helps you to focus, and it helps you to focus and keep you positive. And they're very short. This one's short today, but it's just as effective. Now I want you to imagine that you've got a candle flame in front of you. Just imagine this flame. Now I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale slowly through the mouth. Just say, I feel more relaxed, I feel calm. Let your eyes follow the movement of the creamy yellow outer flame. Slowly let your eyes move inwards to the centre of the flame and let them rest there. Focus on the flame. You feel relaxed. Focus again on the flame. There is only one flame. You can ignite your inner flame anytime you want or need. You feel calm, you feel relaxed, but you feel energized too. And then you can just take a deep breath in through the nose, hold. Then as you exhale slowly, you can open your eyes and just say, I am calm, I am relaxed, I am energized. And then just, I say shrug your shoulders, yawn, stretch your arms, just bring yourself back into the now. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I've decided that as things are all easing and we're hopefully getting back to normal, instead of doing my regular 3 days a week, I think I'm going to do it once a week, my live video on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. But if people still want, me to do more, please let me know. And of course, suggestions for positive topics, keep them coming. Post them on Facebook or email me at pat@mindcircles.co.uk, and you can catch up with all these videos on my YouTube channel. But as always, my 2 trademark tips: smile and laugh. They cost you nothing. So thank you for listening and watching, and virtual hugs to you all. Have a fabulous day and a fabulous weekend. Thank you.